Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Yeah, we got a new project. If you caught the little clip that I made, I think it's like a 5-minute video on my community tab on my YouTube channel, you know what it is. But for the ones that didn't catch it, stick around because we're going to show you. Yep, this is a 1970 Triumph TR6 that I just had delivered yesterday when I made that little video on my community page. If you want to go over there and check it out, leave a comment. That's great. This car has been off the road since 2012. I ain't sure. I'd have to say February, because that looks like a 0. Most of that's gone, so I don't know, but I'm suspecting February of 2012. So, yeah, it's been a while. About 14 years, if I'm not mistaken, if I'm doing my math right. But we are going to go through the stuff in the trunk, and I'll show you under the bonnet. Everything's on the car. I got to get it up in the air. But first, what I want to do is get it outside, fire up the pressure washer, because it makes life so much simpler to work on something that's not grubby. I'll lift this hood and give you a look-see. I have to put it down for a minute because I need my hands to lift it. Okay, it is a 2-liter inline 6 dual Stromberg 4-speed car, non-overdrive, which would have been nice, but hey, it is what it is. The plans for this car is to get the brakes working fine, the clutch needs some work. Hey, I got a friend. Where you come from, little buddy? Better watch it. Get stepped on. I'm gonna have to get him out of here. But let's get it running. Get the carbs cleaned up and check everything. Make sure it's running good. The clutch taken care of. Brakes working. I'm not sure if I'm going to throw tires on it or not. But this is going to be a restoration, just to winter project. That's what it is. And we're going to take and probably get it to the point to where it's just safe. I'm not going to be redoing the interior. I may put a top on it. But just get the electrical taken care of. As you can see, it's a nightmare underneath the dash. As all Triumphs are. Just get it to the point to where I can drive it and it's safe. And then we'll probably just put it on marketplace for sale and move on. That would be in the spring when it goes up. So it all depends on what gets done over the course of the winter. So let's get this thing outside and get that engine all pressure washed and cleaned up. And before we do that, it is only 6:30 in the morning. It's not even daylight out. About another half hour or so to be daylight. I came out and we're just going to talk a little bit about the channel and what's going on. You probably won't start. You probably start seeing a lack in videos. I've been trying to put up a video every week. Random bolt, but I work full time. This is not my full time gig. It's more of a hobby. I don't make enough on YouTube to do it full time, like a lot of other channels. Maybe one of these days. So if you subscribe and give some videos views, that's where you start making money. Is views. It's views. I'm not even close to being monetized, but we'll see. Maybe one of these days. On my other channel, yes, I am monetized, but I haven't had time to make videos on it. I'll put the link down below, and I'll put it up in a card up above. You can go check that stuff out. But I work a full-time job. I pull 10, 12-hour days, 5 days a week. I don't have time to come out here during the week and work on vehicles. Last winter when I did the Spitfire project, I named it Jade. I was laid off, but we hired a new driver, and it all depends on how things work out this winter. We'll see what happens. I'll probably be working full time. I'd rather be working because then I'm able to do this stuff. I have a Patreon. If you want to help out with the channel, which would be greatly appreciated, it don't matter what you donate or help out with the channel. It could be $1 or whatever you want. I'm going to put that link down below. That is for both channels. So you'll see when you go over there that it covers both channels. It don't matter what channel. But as for the videos, like I was saying, you'll probably start seeing maybe 1 or 2 videos a month, but they will be long. I found that view time, I get better views, I get more interaction with longer videos. I try to keep it at an hour. I know a lot of folks want satisfaction. They want a 10-15 minute video, but yeah, I can't make multiple videos because of editing. Editing videos takes time too, which, like I said, I have a full-time job, and then I'm shooting on weekends, or if I can get out here during the week, and editing takes time too. So you got to understand that part of it. Just to get it up, and then uploading the video, putting all the information in that YouTube requires. It takes a lot of time. So bear with me. So it'll be, I will try and do at least 2 videos a week. I will be dropping those on, try to drop them with editing and uploading. My internet speed is not the greatest here, so upload time takes time to upload. I will try to get them out on Sundays, Sunday mornings. That's usually whenever I was dropping videos. So, and all my videos are a week behind, except this one. Well, this one might be, because I'm shooting it now, and it is the Sunday September 8th. I have to edit, upload, yeah, so it'd probably be a week behind. So understand that part. And if you want to give me any suggestions, I suggest you go to my Facebook, Instagram accounts. I put information, photos and videos up of that on those, and it will be real time. I'll probably put up short clips and that on there, so you get kind of a first look at what's to come up in the main videos. Okay, and as for like I said, I'm working full time. I'm also contending with my health. I have been diagnosed with well, they tried to diagnosed me with lupus and Sjogren's syndrome. So go to find out I do not have lupus, which is a good thing, but I do have Sjogren's. So I get tired very quickly. There's days that I wake up. I'm usually up at 4 o'clock in the morning because I work. I punch in at sometimes 5, 6 in the morning. 6 always, but sometimes 5. But by 10 o'clock or noon, I'm beat. It's like I pulled a marathon. It's just tired, and I don't do a lot of physical work. That's the problem. I drive, and when I get to a site, I deliver. That's half hour, 45 minutes loading, unloading, whatever, drive. But I just get wore out. It's like I ran a marathon. My legs are like rubber. I'm in constant pain. My body aches all the time. I'm on medications, but they don't. You know how that works. They give you Tylenol for a freaking broken back. It's like, so trying to get that squared away. Yes, it's in the beginnings of things. They got to get the prescription set right, but come on, it is what it is. But we are going to be working on this car. I stated I was going to be wanting to build on, which I still want to. It's this economic side of it, and that's why I have the Patreon link down below, because every little dollar helps. This stuff it's not cheap to do this. Yes, I work. I make a decent pay. So I'm able to do this stuff like right here. The TR6. I'm able to purchase that. The Spitfire, I was able to purchase that, but it takes time to build up that nest egg. We have our home nest egg. I have my play nest egg, and it takes time to build that up. So that's why I'm asking you guys to go over to Patreon and help out until I get monetized, and then I will have memberships and all that when I'm able to physically do that through YouTube. You'll get certain perks and all that stuff, but every little dollar helps. Buying tools. Yes, I have had a shop. I have been a mechanic all my life. I have wrenched. I do my own repairs. So I have collected tools over the years, but there's tools that, tools don't last. Some things don't last. So just purchasing what I need to do the right jobs with. But I would like to build on. Like I said, I was in a video, cleaning the garage, my last video. I mentioned that I'd like to either build onto the house, which when I build onto the house, my taxes go up, which if you build a detached garage, your taxes still go up. So it don't make a difference. And might as well go and build onto the garage, build onto the house. a two-bay attached garage raises the value of the houses. So, but we're looking at trying to get that accomplished. It's just I don't want to go out and get a loan. Yeah, that's one less payment. I don't have car payments because they're both paid off. So that's why I work on them, keep them up and running until they don't run no more. That's the way I've been all my life. I do not own. I have bought new cars, but I run them to the point where they're junk. I don't need to beat the Joneses. I don't need to have a new vehicle. I like the old stuff anyway. So that's the way that works. But yeah, I think I did enough rambling. If I have something else to, I'll just throw it in throughout the video. But good enough for now. Yeah, almost heading off to church. Yeah, I just gave it a quick rinse down. I'm not going to give it a bath right now, but the engine bay definitely needed it, so I can work on it, not be grimy. But as you see, my pressure washer does a pretty good job, but it died on me a couple times. But yeah, we're going to be tinkering around more with this real quickly. I'm going to let it sit here and drip dry for a little bit. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning, and it's supposed to get decent out today and dry, so it'll dry off, and then I'll get it back in the garage. But she does need some TLC. We're going to be getting this thing up in the air once it's drip dried, and I like to get it turned around so the front end's facing into the garage. I did get the parts out of the trunk. We'll go through those. And I found a couple little other things. One of the things kind of interesting, what you find in old cars. And then we're going to assess where we're going to go with this. There could be a multitude of things I could do. I got to financially see what is feasible with this thing. If it's going to be worth my time. But if it comes down to where it's not financially feasible to do this build, and we'll see. I may put it up on the auction block, up on for sale, and see if I can recoup my money. Maybe get a little bit more than what I paid for, which wasn't much. Or we used the motor and get it up and running good, and put it in Spitfire, make a Spit 6 out of it, which I would need to get a new bonnet for the Spitfire because of the height of the motor, which then that means possibly doing a repaint, which I did state that I may think about painting it, but we'll find out. We'll find out. We're kind of getting ahead of ourselves. But yeah, I got to get this thing turned around. Plus, I need to work on my truck. I have a new rear bumper, which I'll show you what's going on here. I picked this bumper up yesterday from a fella south of me for 60 bucks. No rust holes whatsoever, and it's been undercoated because my truck, the rear bumper, is rotted out. And in Pennsylvania, that will not pass inspection. So Vic, my cousin, he's the one that delivered the car. You'll get to see him in the video that's coming up of our journeys up to Erie for the British car show. He's the one that delivered this, and he's going to deliver the other parts. I'm getting a whole nother car, which has already been blown apart. So it's just the rolling chassis, tub, hood, doors, a whole bunch of other crap that went with it. Both cars have titles. If we find out that the frame for the other car is in good shape, which I looked it over, it just needs some minor fixes here and there. And since the tub is already off of it, I'll take it off. And if we're going to do this build in this frame, I haven't been under it yet. See if it's going to be repairable, because Vic says that it has been worked over. Got some patches in it and stuff like that. But we will find out if it comes down to where we financially can do this. I'll be doing a frame swap. I'll be bringing the frame in, going through it, cleaning it up, welding up what needs taken care of, rebuilding the suspension. And then I will move it out of the garage, bring this back in, and the motor and driveline will be pulled from this car, from this frame. This tub will be pulled off, and then we'll mount the motor and transmission into the new frame, the rebuilt frame, and get this body onto it. Sounds like a lot of work, but I don't know how long it will take to do it. I've done restorations on motorcycles. That's a totally different story. I have never done a full blown out off-frame restoration on any car. I have done body work and mechanics and stuff like that, and get it up and running, and so, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So, you guys are going to go along for the ride with me on what I am doing. And hopefully you guys can give me some pointers on the way, which I have a lot of friends of mine that have done it, and they can give me pointers. But I decided to sit down. We're going to go over the car. We're going to go once it dries, and we're going to get it in the air so I can get under it, and we're going to look it over and decide on what we're going to do. Well, we got her in the air about as high as I dare. I could take it up even higher, but I may. We'll see. Now I want to get underneath there and see what the hubbub is all about. Get a good look-see at what's going on in there. What I can see from under here, from where I can see, frame is not in too bad a shape right in the front. And then we get over here to the bell. They call it the bell. It goes back. Just two pieces of frame, one here and one here. Not in too bad a condition. But if you look over there, they have a plate running lengthwise on the outer frame. And then they got a plate running all the way from one side to the other. Okay, yeah. I'm guessing they were trying to strengthen the back. I don't know what the deal is, but there is on the trailing arms some the IS arms. There is some welding been done. I can't get far enough under to get a good look. You can see the exhaust pipe. They hit something, rolled it right back. So I got to cut that off. We're talking new mid pipe. That's besides the point. Well, look, yeah, this has been plated. That's what I'm saying. So there's a plate that's been rolled here, welded up along the side, welded down along the other side. So this box for the IS suspension is probably toast. It's probably junk. I don't know. Just seeing all this, I don't know what that side looks like. I'm going to have to get over there and look at it a little closer. But just from what I'm seeing, I think I'm definitely going to go with the other frame if I do go that route. But other than that, the floor pans, I don't know. They got bolts up down through. I don't know if that's stock or what that's all about. I'm going to have to crawl underneath here a little further and investigate it a little deeper. I only got it about 10, maybe 12 inches off the floor. But I may just use my camera and review the footage. That's the whole plug. That's the plug for the jack. The jack, you pop that out and you put the jack down through the floor, hook it to the frame to jack up the car. Hey, looks like a new clutch slave cylinder. That pan, wow. That little pan looks like it's been beat up a little bit. Oh. Yeah, I'm going to go to the other side and look. Okay, from just what I can see, I don't know how crusty that is. A lot of leakage from the transmission. There's a dent in the frame, probably from lifting it. I don't know. Hopefully it's, I don't know. This part plated and then plated again on the outside all the way down to this body mount. Inner sills not too bad, but a little soft. They did the same thing here. They plated this. Sorry about the light. So yeah, I'm not even gonna look anymore. Yeah, frame don't look too bad. Looks like it's been plated. Yeah, it's been plated. Top and bottom, both sides. This frame is freaking junk. Yeah, definitely. So I'm gonna get out from under here. But the body, the tub, has been undercoated very well. There's maybe a little spot right there, but there's a spot right here, little spot. But the rest of it, from what I'm seeing, looks in good shape. No rot through. Been coated, you can tell. The floor pans, from what I've seen when I was underneath there, didn't look too bad. And you look in here, and you don't see a lot of issues. Rot, there is a little rot underneath the battery tray, but that's to be kind of expected. I still got to get underneath the front, take a look, and see what we're up against. But if you kind of look, whoever did that job did a crappy job. I mean, that door's pushed in, so it must be off. The bolts on the hinges are not right. If you look from the back on this side, look down the body line right here, and the way that tire is pointing inward. It's pigeon-toed. So whenever they patched up that rear frame, they didn't do any kind of alignment. This side doesn't look too bad, but yeah. Well, so there you are. Yeah, that frame's junk. I got to crunch numbers, start looking at what it's going to take. I got all winter. Heck, I got into next year. Who knows? You know. But we'll see. We'll see where I go with it. Like I was saying before, it's a possibility I can do the job just over time. But I don't have the space to tie up this garage the whole time. So might be getting another carport, and if I do decide to do it, we'll start on the frame. I'll make that decision here. I'll have to dwell on it for a while. But if it's not feasible for me to do, I will probably use this motor. And you know what for. Put in the comments if you know what I'm talking about. But I may, if I go that route, I'll have to get a different bonnet for Jade, and then it would be down for a short period of time. But if I do this, I'll be pulling that motor. I will rebuild that motor. Why put in a motor that's unknown? Mileage, I think the odometer is in kilometers. I'm suspecting this was a Canadian vehicle, because I did find some other things that kind of led me to that. For one, is this pressed little copper penny, and it says Niagara on it. I'll try and get a photo of it a little closer. I don't know if you guys can even read it, but you throw these in a machine and it rolls it out and stamps the Niagara Falls. Canadian side is what it says. It puts a hole in it so you can make a necklace or some sort of pendant. Found this under the seat, which is kind of cool. So that's kind of leading me to believe this is a Canadian spec vehicle. I still want to run the numbers and then decide on what I want to do. Like I said, you'll find out here shortly what my plans are. Because if I do go that route, then I'm not going to touch that other frame, that other tub. I'm just going to steal the heart out of this and moving on to somebody that could use it as a parts vehicle. But we'll see what happens. So, well, what I want to do next is I want to try and get this engine started. I have heard it run when I went and looked at it for the first time. I do want to get it running. See if I can. I know it runs, but it's just deafening loud because the exhaust pipe has been pulled apart. But I want to do a compression test on it. I got to get a battery on charge or get a new battery. I'm going to see if I can revive one of these batteries to do the job. If not, then I don't need a new battery. I might even steal the one out of Jade just to do the job. But that's what we're going to do next. But it is 1 o'clock Sunday afternoon. I'm getting hungry. So we'll be back at it here once I get something to eat. Alright, I got a battery on the charger, but it's reading that it is not good. So what we're going to do is try to find another battery. This is a deep cycle at that too. So it's reading a fault. I don't want to really take the one out of Jade, but I'm going to keep trying some of these batteries. The ones I know that will fit the size, like that one. And that's the one that was out of the car. That Delcor, I think it's junk. But I may try this one and see if I can get a charge on that. But if I got to pull the battery on Jade, I will. But we'll get this one over here. And then we'll look a little more into a little more into the engine. Excuse me. Let's see. Doing this all one-handed. We'll go 6 amp. It's saying 10.2 volts, 10.3, so we'll see if it takes it. We'll find out. If not, oh well. Okay, we'll let that battery cook for a bit. But they had this run into the fuse panel over here. I don't know why, but they did. For the coil, then the other one is going over to the distributor. And let's check. Oh, she got oil in it, but smells a little varnishy. Don't smell much like gas, but it smells like old oil. Let's take a look in there. Not too bad. I don't see a lot of sludge from what I can see at this vantage point. Bottom of the cap isn't looking like chocolate milk. So really, I don't understand what that's all about. But the only thing, extra battery end. Only thing we can do is whenever that battery gets up to snuff, and it just said it has a fault too. So nice. I'll keep looking, but I'd like to at least do a compression test on it. I really don't need to, because if I'm going to rebuild the motor to either way, if I want to rebuild, I ain't seen any data plates. There is a plate over there on the firewall, but that's about it. I don't see a commission number, or that might be the commission number. Yeah, that's where we're at. I'm going to pull a couple of the plugs just to see what they look like. Yeah, pop number 2 wire off. Coming out fairly easy. That's a good sign. Look. Yeah. Talk about oily. Well, it's not oily, it's just black, sooted up. So it had to have been running pretty damn rich. Fairly new plug. Auto lights, what do you expect? Those are 2 plugs I don't really care for. See if it'll go back in. There it is. And you can determine by just reading one plug, if you really wanted to, how your carburetor is set. Just need to pull one plug because that carburetor feeds the front three, that carburetor feeds the back three. So let's pull this vacuum line for the distributor. Let's pull that one. See what it has to say. I'm almost betting it's going to be rich too. Oh yeah, Black and City. So she'll definitely need some tuning. Probably just do a carburetor rebuild on both of them and go at that. At least we know that part of it. Okay, let's see. Let's get that back in. Good enough. Slip that back on there. Now, I'm going to look at the points. Bet you it's points, which it is, being a 1970. And they don't look really in too bad a condition. They're fairly new. I don't know about that. The contacts ain't too bad, but I'd do a cleanup. But I have a Patronics, so if I go that route, that's what's going in there. And that's been cleaned on earlier. Let's look inside the cap. Those could use a little cleaning, but not too bad. They're not worn, which is a good thing. But they have them numbered on the like there's 1, 5, 3. Can't tell what that one is, but it's a good idea. Rotor cap must not be, or rotor must not be on correctly. Now it is. The distributor cap wasn't seating. There it is, all the way down. Okay. So it's kind of newer wires, so I ain't going to really worry about looking into that. Don't know about the coil. We'll be looking at doing some readings on that. But let's go over to the other side. Yeah, we are looking at dual Strombergs, 175s. So, and everything seems to be free pretty decently. Moves nice and smooth. I haven't tried the choke cable. Those work. The mount is gone. I have those. They must have took them off for some reason. I have those clips. I'll probably put them on so that I don't lose them. But yeah. Only thing is, I gotta find the battery, and we're gonna attempt to start it. I gotta get a IV bottle, so we got a way to feed it gas, gravity feed it, and all I'm gonna do is, they already got disconnected here, just connect it right there, gravity feed it. And as for that battery, it's junk too. You can see caving in, so that one's no good. I didn't even see that. This side's pushed in, this side's really pushed in. That's junk. Yeah, I think we got a winner. She's been cooking now for about 5 minutes. I tested it with the ohm meter before I even put it on her. It was 12.4. So we're going to let it cook a bit. Then I'm going to put it in the car and let's see what we can. I got a hose on the fuel line. Now I just got to figure out a feed bottle. So somehow to make an IV bottle for it. Well, it's definitely not the best looking gas, but it is taking it down into the float bowls. Once she quits bubbling, we'll see if we got any leaks. At least we can run it off the float bowls. This is some old gas that I realized my can was not full anymore for my mower, and I did have another can with some older gas in it, but hey, it is what it is. But as of right now, I am not seeing any leaks. Float bowls should be full. That's a good thing. We'll attempt to get that battery in there. And I know the ignition's working because it wanted to click with the junk battery in there. So we'll get that battery in there, get it hooked up, get the charger on it, keep the charger on it, and see if we can get this thing to bust off. I know it ran before, so we'll soon find out, I guess, huh? Okay, we got the battery in place. Well, we're going to hook up the negative and see if we get any magic blue smoke. I don't know what this wire's going to. It's going up toward the front. Somewhere up there. Oh, I should clean these terminal ends. I cleaned the battery posts. But I should clean these. I didn't put them on too tight. Whatever we can do to make best contact as possible. And I bet you guys didn't know. Maybe some of you do, but just to let you guys know that when you buy these terminal ends, your positive lug on the battery is bigger than the negative. So your battery terminal cable ends should be the same. Okay, so not seeing no happy smoke yet. Magic blue smoke. Let's battery charger back on there. Go up to 10 amps. Reading 14.6, 14.7, so we should be good. It's not fully charged, but it's damn close. So now need to check setup for spark. So yeah, that's set up and so that we can get spark to the coil. All right. So I left that that wire connected to the coil, and it's going to the distributor. I need to test where they had it hooked up over here on this fuse panel. No juice there. Unless I don't have a good ground. Yeah, the light's working. Okay. That's the positive side. Yeah. So we need... I should be able to take it right to the battery. And that will energize the coil. A little sparky. Yes, we do. Nothing there. Yeah. So that's working. So let's disconnect that. We don't want to burn up points. And then the only other thing would be get some brake clean, give it a shot down the throat, and see if she'll run. Okay, let's give this thing a go. See if we can get her to bust off for us. There we go. I moved that wire back over to the fuse panel because it's a live 12-volt feed whenever the key is on. Go to find out. Here we go. Turning over nice and fast, but we're going to test for spark. Yeah, see, that is off whenever the key is off, and on whenever the key is on. So we want to make sure we have juice here at the coil, which we do. Kind of wondering if it's the points. So let's clean them up, I guess. give it the Morsky flick. You can turn it over by hand, apply the ignition key to it, and if you turn it over by hand and the lobe comes around to open the points, you should get a spark, and that tells you that you got juice at the point. So let's go down here and see. Which they are closed right now, so there's not going to be a way. Turn this over by hand. No, there ain't no damn way. Let me turn off the key. Oh, it's already off. See if I see any spark. Points ain't even moving. Set. We're going to do some adjusting there. Pull that rotor off. Be able to get in there easier. And you slip it between the points and you just okay, I folded over a piece of sandpaper and you can see the junk that came off of it. So I'm going to get a piece, get in here and clean these contacts also. Looks a lot better. Let's give this little button a cleaning in the center. And then on the rotor, this is where the button from the coil contacts. So you want to clean that. Pretty good. And this is what goes past those lugs on the distributor cap and sends juice to it. So what I like to do is try to get this bumped over to see what the gap is on one of the points. The cams, if you see right here, this point right there, that's where it opens to points. There's a bunch of, there's like 2, 3, 4, 5, there's 6 of them all the way around, and every time that pushes up on here, it opens to points and sends juice, sends the charge out through the center of the cap, or sends the charge to the up through the center of the rotor to the cap and out to your spark plugs. So I want to make sure that gap is set. So you need to turn the crank till your point's open. So, and I can't turn it by hand, so I'm going to hope I can bump it. Just little love bumps to get it up on the lobe. There we go. I think that's up on there. It looks like it. They are open. So let me get the, see, you can see the points are separated just slightly right there. So let me see if I can get the gap reading and set that. Well, I got a little file and I got my measurements. Let's see if I can. Oh, a little bit of a sparky there. Turn that off. Yeah, I got a little file set. Forgot I had them. Got my feeler gauges. Seen them. I said, yeah, that'll do the trick. So we have it at 14 thousandths. No, let me grab a screwdriver. I should have grabbed one when I was over there to adjust these points correctly. There we are. And all you do is you take the screw that's holding it down, loosen it up a little bit. It moved, so they're closed right now to where everything is moving. Why is that? That's weird. That don't make sense to me. Yeah, everything is totally moving. It's not opening. Let's set that back down. Yeah, see, it won't. You can put a screwdriver in here between this plate and this plate. It has a groove and you can turn it and get fine-tuned. So why is the point's not opening for me? Okay, I gotta go the other way. Okay, well, what do you know, right? And cinch this down to where it's just barely snug, to where it'll keep hold of it. You may need a bigger screwdriver to do this. Another opening. go. That should work. Make sure that's snug. I'm going to take my file and clean this up even more. There we go. Now we'll do the same things we did before. We'll see if we can see spark with while the points are opening. Yes, we do. Good. Okay. Put the cap back on. Sorry about that, guys. Just trying to get you positioned here. Now the distributor for the vacuum advance is not hooked up. This hose is not hooked up at either end, but so it won't advance. I don't even see where it will go over there. It should go in the back of the carburetor, but at least it's plugged in here. Let me give it a shot down its gullet and see if we can get her to fire. Okay, I didn't turn the camera on, but I gave it a shot of brake clean down the carburetor. Let's see what she does. Make sure she's in neutral. Well, that ain't good. Look what happened. Yeah, cap freaking broke. Well, piss. Yeah, I heard a pop and looked over, and the cap just jumped right off in two different pieces. So, yep, time for another order of distributor cap. Make sure this key's off. So we are done for now. So there you go. Always something that puts a stop the forward progress. But hey, it is what it is. I'm going to try and get this video edited and get it up and get it out to you guys, but hopefully have it by next Sunday. I do appreciate you guys. If you like this kind of stuff, click the subscribe button. It's down below. Give me a big thumbs up and not the finger. Leave a comment. I try to reply to all my comments, and let me know what you think. I got to make an order for a new distributor cap. What else should I get? So, we'll see you on the next one. Hey, why don't you go check out this video? I think you'll like it. See you later.